Vinted is quickly becoming a very popular platform here in the UK. In fact, a lot of people are seeing Vinted as their main platform when it comes to selling items, especially some of the people who aren't resellers who just want to do it on a casual basis, simply because Vinted is very easy to list on. Not just that, we're actually achieving similar, if not better prices on Vinted than we do get on eBay. So what I want to do today is I want to share 10 sales I've had in the last 4 weeks on Vinted that have sold on Vinted well before any traction on eBay. Before I bring up the sales, I just want to say with Vinted as well, one of the main benefits is you pay 0 fees. The buyer actually pays the fee when they purchase the item. So when we sell an item on Vinted, the only thing we need to deduct is our cost of goods and obviously some money toward like a parcel bag or a box, whatever it may be. But the main deduction is the price sold on Vinted minus your cost of goods. This is a real benefit compared to eBay where you have the other fees on top. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to screen share and show you 10 of my Vinted sales. There's been many more than this, but I just want to show you 10 I have selected. All right, so that should be sharing now. And what I want to do is just run through the sales with you. So no particular order. First things first, I sold this toast dress, and what I've got here is my trusty notepad with the actual price it's sold for, because this price here is the listed price. Now, this item here I picked up in a charity shop local to me. I've got a relationship with the manager, so I get some really good deals from them. Now, this toast dress was a UK small. And yeah, I listed it up on eBay and Vinted, and normally I list things up at the same price. But for this example, I actually listed it up £10 more expensive on Vinted as a bit of a test. As you can see, it's got the toast label here. And yeah, it sold pretty quickly. It sold within less than 3 weeks. This was when it was uploaded. Had 93 views on Vinted. Now, with regards to views, I don't really take much notice with that because a lot of people will view the item. They might like the item and they will never check out. They just do it because they're in that shopping mood. We had 5 members who were interested, but this sold and I accepted an offer of this for £50, and I believe the cost of goods was around £2.99, maybe £3.99 for this. So yeah, this sold on Vinted. There was not much action at all on eBay. Moving on, a pair of Loke shoes. Now, I shared this on my Instagram. I went to the charity shop down the road. These Lokes came with some shoe horns that I've already sold on eBay. Not shoe horns, the shoe trees. I've already sold on eBay for £14.99. These actually sold on offer for £29. And the cost of goods was £5. That was for the shoes and the shoe trees as well. So good profit on that. And remember, as I said at the start, all of this is pure profit. There's no other fees to come off of this. Next up, it's not just clothing or shoes, video game consoles. I've listed my video game consoles on Vinted and they're selling pretty well for me. I think I've had 2 sales on there so far for video game consoles. And this was a PlayStation 2 bundle. I say a bundle, it was literally just the leads and the PlayStation. I did test it out of a game and showed that on the screen here with it working. This sold pretty quickly, listed for 35 on Vinted. I had an offer come in for 30, so that sold. And the cost of goods of that, as I said, was £5 at the car boot. Moving on, a very popular brand. I sniped these on Vinted. It was a new account and it was £5. And because it was a new account, it was free post. So I think all in all, it cost me £5.80-ish on Vinted. I got these, and the reason he was selling them so cheap is because, as you can see here, it was missing this inside label. Really cool pair of shorts, really good size. They are a 2XL, and I listed these up for £59.99 and had an offer come in for £40.50, and I accepted it straight away. So we're like £5.80, £5.90 into £40.50. Next up, Galvin Green. I sniped 3 of these on Vinted from the same person. I think it worked out around £9 each is what it worked out at. And I listed this one for £39.99 and it sold at full price. So we got the £39.99 for that one there. Again, went pretty quickly. I did sell another one on eBay for £35 and I've got one left. So All in all, I think the cost of goods was just under £30, I think it was, having delivered to me. And this one went for $39.99. So very happy with that. Now, this one was my best sale on Vinted value-wise. This is a brand called Sync Accept. I shared this on Instagram as well. It's a new one to me. It was brand new, or it is brand new with the tag, as you can see. Let me go to the tag. This is the label we should be looking out for, Sync Accept. And it's a size 8. RRP on these are $595. Doesn't really matter too much. I listed it for $249.99. Had an offer come in after a while for £150. Accepted it. This cost me £8 from the charity shop. So definitely a brand to have on your radar. Next up, back to gaming, Guitar Hero. I showed this recently in a car boot sale video. It hasn't got the dongle, so it needs a dongle for this one here. So just the guitar. I paid £5 at the car boot. Probably a bit of a fail pickup, but I managed to sell it for £10 on Vinted, so doubled my money, no fees, and I shipped that out this morning. Next up, we have a Hobbs dress. Now, I got this dress a while ago. I think it cost me $4.99. I paid for it. It's a UK 8. Managed to get $29.99 on Vinted. I don't know if I would have achieved this money on eBay. I had it listed on eBay at the same price with no takers. So yeah, a size 8 Hobbs dress, again, sold pretty quickly within the 2 weeks. This one here, a Weekend Max Mara shirt, women's. When I saw this in the charity shop, I had to grab it just because of the colours. I mean, look how cool that is with the colours here. I paid £20 for this. I listed it for $75. It stuck around for a little while. I think it was about 3.5, 4 weeks. I accepted an offer of £50 on this. So again, with the £20 cost of goods, we made £30 profit. I was glad to see that move. Probably paid up a little bit, but when you look at the £30 profit, I'll take it every day of the week. And my final sale I want to share with you today is this one here. It's a Polo Ralph Lauren blazer. This was really cool. I probably could have ironed it or steamed it. Just listed it straight up. This here is the blazer in question. And the good thing about this, it's 97% cotton. I thought it was linen at first, but it wasn't. I paid £15 from the charity shop, listed it for $99.99, and it sold for £80. So £15 into £80. So there we are. That's just 10 of my sales I've had in the last 31 days on Vinted. So there we are, just 10 of my sales on Vinted. There has been a lot more than that. Don't get me wrong, we are still selling on eBay as well. But when I have a Vinted sale, it means so much more to me. And I think it's because of the fee situation. So I know it is pure profit. Very easy to work out straight away when offers come in as well, exactly what you're going to make if you know your cost of goods. So what I'm keen to know is, where do you rank Vinted in your business now? Is it number one? Is it the main player? Is it just under eBay? For me, it's slowly becoming my number one player. Am I going to go 100% Vinted at this stage? Absolutely not. eBay is still working well alongside it. But when you see sales like this on Vinted, it does make you think that if you aren't listing on Vinted, now is the time to do it. The buyers are on both platforms. They are shopping on both platforms. And all I'm hearing at the moment, especially when I'm outsourcing or at the car boots, a lot of people are talking about Vinted over eBay. Let me know your thoughts. See you very soon.